With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to a J360 Minibyte, hosted by J.M. Brady. And I am your host, J.M. Brady. So let's get into it. How have you all been, everyone? It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, as a matter of fact, practically 1 week's worth into the new year, and I came late. Matter of fact, you can go with that one as many ways as you want to, but I'm here now, finally behind the mic again after so often, and in case you've all forgotten me, I am J-Man, host of the J-Man Show. And yeah, new year, new me. Apparently a lot of stuff, man. Dare I say, we're barely a week into the new year, and we managed to get a whole bunch of warfare going on, haven't we? Or a whole lot of conflicts. Now, I don't know which side of the fence you all feel about these things, but remember when I always said I never viewed Trump as a president? I still don't. Yeah. Even with the impeachment, even with all the wild stuff that he does, and keep in mind, he's not the only one that's pretty much screwed up in it's pretty much screwed up in Washington, D.C. Quite a lot of the other people that we have as constituents. Now, there are some that are very sharp, but there's quite a lot of people there that have agendas and axes to grind. And keep in mind, they're not as about the Constitution as you like to think they are. And indeed, we are starting to see a whole lot of things unfold. As a matter of fact, now I think there's a vote going on to limit his war powers, per se. So, oh man, it's just too much going on. More or less, this just feels like a giant repeat of 2016 in a way, but he wasn't president then. He didn't become president until a little bit later, but even then it's like, it's too much going on. And then not only that, he managed to flub up and stumble through another speech of his, kind of like the way I was fumbling through some of the words that I was telling you all right now. Oh, and I also noticed the Golden Globes went by not too long ago. Shout outs to all that won. I think Tom Hanks really deserved that, Cecil B. DeMille Award. I really think, because, he made a lot of significant work over the years. So I'm happy for his win. However, I really do love how Ricky Gervais ripped into all of the social Hollywood elites. Oh, a lot of people think that he went too far. I think he did the right thing. Matter of fact, it's just amazing, right? See, have you noticed that you live in a society now where everybody points fingers at something or someone out here, and they always talk about how wrong they are, how dysfunctional they are, but they don't really, at the same time, they're being disingenuous because they don't know what that person or thing has gone through. And not only that, they don't really feel too good when the finger pointing is back on them. And then they have to tolerate and take it for every step that they get. And to be honest with you, yeah, they need to hear it too. I don't know about you, but you see, doing these shows have taught me many things. Okay? You can have an opinion, and it could be wrong or right. It's still an opinion. But do note that the people that either listen to you or know you exist or whatever, they have their opinions too. And if they're as cutting edge as Mr. Gervais is, you need to be able to take it. He's punching up, which, by the way, because a lot of these people, you might see them say certain things. You might listen to them say, we all need to come together to make the world a better place. We all need to invest in Australia during the whole brush fires and all those other circumstances. It's kind of like the same thing with Haiti and the hurricanes that happened and all the issues that happened in Puerto Rico. Keep in mind, when certain things of this nature happen, you could say that it's global warming. You could say that's a lot of things. But when you invest, okay, you want to make sure your money actually gets there to the ones in need, all right? Not the organizations that are actually coming together to pocket this money. It just gets on my nerves because like when things like this happen, it's unfortunate that it does, but stop asking me to spend my hard-earned money. You made $250,000. You guys made so much money from movies and things like that. How about you invest your money? You go first. I'll follow. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm saying this, when I get up there into those big leagues, will I do the same thing? Yeah, I have social responsibility. But the truth be told is this, right? I'm not going to go ahead and ask all of you first. Matter of fact, I probably won't even mention what I do because I'm going to tell you why. One way or another, the journalism that surrounds us is not exactly giving us the correct information on things. They either underestimate one or overestimate another, and then they just make some stuff up. And you see, nowadays I've seen more people make more crap up because, real news is kind of dry right now. And it just drives me crazy. Oh, are you offended? I'm offended. Let's all be offended. Let's say something. Indeed. But when you say something, right, make sure you really know what you're talking about. And then as you speak your mind on these issues, know what the issues are. Because if not, you're going to look pretty damn foolish. And not only that, you can always look and say that Saturday Night Live making fun of you or any of these other content creators when they had the ability to make fun of you or making fun of you because of the way you carried yourself through that whole event. And truth be told, a lot of people are sitting there now, they're looking back on it, they're wondering, what is the right joke? What is a good joke? What is comedy? What is this? What is that? Comedy lives in all of us. All right? Some people's lives are 100% comedy. It's just, you got to laugh at yourself. But keep in mind, I also work with an idiot at my job who can't take a joke unless he's the one trying to tell it. And then when you hit him with the right factors, then he got to go run in a corner or something like that. Yeah, I'm talking about my would-be team lead. He ain't a leader among anything. He's a leader in name only, though, because of all the A-kissing and yes-manning he does. And truth be told, I know that it's 2020. It's about time to make some changes. And I'm going to make some significant ones. Because the way that my job is going on right now, they're at this level now where they think they're Stalingrad and they think they can control you on different circumstances. Like, you can't be yourself per se, or you could be yourself, but don't be yourself. Be the yourself that we want you to be. We want to manipulate and change you into a worker drone. Like, don't talk to other associates, because that disrupts the workflow. All the morning talks have to stop. All the blah, blah. Yeah, you know what I did with all that, right? Gave it all the finger. Pretty much just look it in the eye and say, yeah, I'm going to spit at you. And then, at the end of the day, I do. But keep in mind, I'm not spitting at it with saliva. I'm just using urine at that point. Because needless to say, they deserve it. The people at my day job, the ones that quote, think that they're doing the job or running things there, yeah, they are nothing but a bunch of posers and a bunch of liars and punk asses and think that more or less their leadership dictates everything, but they don't do no leadership like anything. I have no respect for any of the managers, administrators, or middle managers in that place. None at all. And keep in mind, I think I'm one of the, if not the most hated person in that store because I usually get them by the balls when they do something stupid. And truth is, it's coming again. Matter of fact, I'm sure there's a sequel to Jay's War with the Day Job coming soon because these things happen in sets, folks. It's never really over. And you know what? Even if they try, I'm still going to come out a champ, and they still got to pay me. Because you know why? Because people are so into ignorance right now and doing a lot of stupid things. That's why when I looked at what Ricky Gervais did, I was very thankful about it. Because he's speaking on behalf of all sorts of people out there who don't really take life too seriously and just want to lighten up and have a joke and then, tell it like it is with certain people. Like, celebrities don't live in the same world you and I do. They never have for years. Like, they try to find that way, that reaching that appeal. And then a lot of people, they go out there to these certain metropolitan areas to try to make it big or try to get that one shot at a chance. And then they run into people that are like Brett Ratner or Harvey Weinstein or any of these other people that got an ulterior motive for them rather than the craft itself. yeah, it's damn insulting, and I have no respect for people like that. Whereas me, myself, as a producer, director, as a writer, as somebody that's working his way to the top to break into that field, I am more disgusted with it than I ever been because nobody's out here doing any work. They're just sitting there and repeating, rehashing because it's easy money and they don't want to try to work. Well, you know what? Here's the thing, right? 2020 for me is going to be the year to work. It's going to be the year to go ahead and break in. The year to go ahead and do something different. And no, not just to appeal to the alphabet people. You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, you're going to have to realize this. People don't care. Do your thing. Like, let's stop this catering and this appealing a little bit. Let's just go on ahead and tell a damn good story and give you guys the presentation that you richly deserve. It may not be what you want all the time, but it'll be what you need. At least from J360, Like a lot of y'all, some of y'all out there probably don't want me to do any more shows. I mean, I think it's some of y'all that are friends with Adam. Remember Adam? Yeah, he's still out there too. Some of his friends out there trying to send me a bunch of stuff. I'm like this. I'm not going to check it out. It's not my whole damn thing. It's not in my level. It's not in my group. It's not something I need to be concerned about because at the end of the day, I got my own stuff growing. And the truth is, if Adam was smart, and if he actually did what I asked him to do from time to time, probably wouldn't be a split like that. And I tell it like it is. Especially with the group I'm building here and the people I'm bringing in, and then everything's just working out. It seems like there's some credible people here that could really give that old group a run for its money. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed to say a lot of things anymore. You got to be honest with yourself. And I am always honest with every single one of you out there on this show and the J-Men show. And speaking of which, that's what 2020 should be about. It should be about pushing out all of the BS from the 2010s so that we can make room for new BS. But nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to keep shoveling around the same old baggage and the same old stuff. I want some new crap. That's the whole point. Once again, we the people must get over ourselves and all of our BS so that we can go ahead and handle the new BS. As a matter of fact, I got to go back to college soon. 15 more weeks of torture. No, not 15 more weeks of torture. This is just the last ride. And let me tell you something about last rides, man. I love them. I love them because this is the time to go all out. This is the time to finish with a bang. And you know what? I plan to do that not only at college, but I plan to do it at the day job too. I deserve better. And remember when I wrote that, some of y'all saw it. But when I wrote that, I meant it. I deserve better with a lot of stuff. I ain't settling for less. I ain't settling for just get by. I want more. And I deserve it. And I'm sure a lot of you all deserve it. Whether you want to lose weight or whether you want to have a new car or whether you want to have a new house, all those kind of things are well within reach. But after a while, I think the best thing to do is really not to tell anybody exactly what you're going to do and just go ahead and do it. And that way, when they see where you achieved and you had everything, you can just say, yeah, I know, right? Wait until 2021. Wait until 2022. And so on and so forth. And the way I see a lot of things, I see like more or less me just traveling the world. At least before Trump messes it up, or the Iranians or whatever. But at the end of the day, those are just theaters of different conflicts I'm not a part of right now. But if I ever become a war correspondent, I know exactly what I need to do. But the thing is, it's just, I'm just really getting tired of people that haven't done anything new for themselves, haven't tried to make a difference, sit there and try to dictate and gatekeep and think that, because you're not going through us, you'll never make it. That's a lie, and you know it. Because there's always another way. You see what I'm saying? And pretty much fighting through every single idiot that exists out there, it's kind of a luxury of mine. It's kind of a thing I need to do. And I'm going to have to keep utilizing and showing. Anytime this logo or anytime J360 Productions shows up, something's going down. And the truth is whether whose side are you on? And if you want to see this whole thing unfolds right, pay attention to what happens. Because we got a whole year of insanity to get through. And I know there's going to be a whole lot of it. I know it's going to be balls to the walls. We weren't even a week in. We're practically in World War III or so they say. I think it's just a conflict. But then again, what happened with the Ukraine, the Ukraine airline not too long ago? That raises a lot of questions too. This is one hell of a hole to dig out of. But while I go about and I say all these things, though, it's good to be back on the mic. And you have a J-Man episode coming soon. There's an anniversary episode of the Minibyte's going to happen, I think, this month, too. But until then, though, you guys come back tomorrow night, and we'll have the J-Man Show 133 ready for you all. This is J-Man signing off. Peace.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.